بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام.
الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن اهتدى بهداه. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. الحمد لله with Allah's barakah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inshallah we will continue this evening the teaching in the book of Sayyidina Al-Imam ar-Rabbani Muhyiddin Al-Jailani, Sublime Revelation, Al-Fath ar-Rabbani. May Allah grant us the barakah of his ilm and his sincerity to be among those who are selected to be the best of Allah's sincere servants. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. And now we are still within the 49th discourse. For those who they have the book, page 317, last paragraph, inshallah. This time my son Abdul Rahman will read this portion, tonight's portion, inshallah. Yalla, Bismillah.
Those who are obedient to the Lord Almighty and glorious is He are the learned and the intelligent ones, while those who are disobedient to the Lord Almighty and glorious is He are the ignorant and the insane.
Now, so how smart you are, you have to be, you will be ignorant, and person will lose so much things if he is obedient to everything except Allah. But if you are obedient to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, everything will be obedient to you, no matter what. People, life, animals, even sicknesses. Sayyidina Abu Dharr al-Ghifari radiallahu anhu, companion of Sayyidina Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, whenever I commit a sin, I will know that, because my mule will be disobedient to me, because I was disobedient to Allah. So the mule disobedient to me, and I will have problem with my family at home. So these are signs. But we are obedient to Allah, everything will be obedient to you. It was said that Sayyidina Salman Al-Farisi after Abu Rasulullah passed away, he exiled himself from the people for some time, alone. So one of the companions wants to know how he eat, how he drink, how he manage his life. So he went to visit him. Took time to reach to him. Desert, tent, he's living there. There is a well of water next to him. So he said, I came here today to visit you and to spend some time with you. Say, Marhaba, ahlan wa sahlan. So they praise Zuhur. He heard him saying, Ya Allah, I request you for a bird and a deer, as I have a guest today. Subhanallah, a bird came, a bird came to his tent, and a deer came from the desert to him. Slaughtered them. Can you imagine? He said, I was surprised. I put my mouth up. What is this? Then I said to him, Subhana alladhi sakhara laka al-dhamya fi as-sahara wa at-tayra fi as-sama. See how great Allah, that He has submitted to you the bird in the sky and the desert and the deer in the desert. He said, Ya akhi, as long as you are obedient to Allah, everything will be obedient to you. من أطاع الله أطاعه كل شيء ومن عصى الله عصاه كل شيء. As long as you are obedient to Allah, everything will be obedient to you. And if you disobedient, everyone will be disobedient to you. Disobedient is how? The direction will go in the way, not in the way Allah like it. Example, you involve in business. That business is not good. So you are here disobedient. Correct? It will go to the direction when you will get that business. Because the result of it is being disobedient and is a sin. So you'll go that direction now. But if Allah wants good for you, He will avoid. What's the meaning of winning the dunya, losing akhirah? What those whom they lost, what those people who are disobedient to Allah and lost Him, what they found and what they lost, those who've been obedient to Allah. They have lost nothing. And those people, they have lost everything, the first one. أطيعوا الله وأطيعوا الرسول. من أطاع الله in Quran, always. Being obedient to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you have to be smart. Because this is a way will make you win at the end of your life. Inshallah, with husn al-khatimah. You will win by being obedient to Allah. You will win to be next to Him, close to Him in everlasting life. That is the result, and this is how you should deal with this situation. So those whom they are obedient, they are the winner, and those whom they are not, they are the biggest loser. May Allah protect us. Now.
The disobedient sinner is ignorant of his Lord Almighty and glorious is He, so he disobeys Him and follows his devil, with whose wishes he complies. If he were not so ignorant, he would not disobey. If he really knew his lower self and realized that it incites him to evil, he would not yield to its demands. How often do I warn you about Iblis and his assistants, yet you befriend him and accept instructions from him. His assistants are the lower self, this world, the passions, natural impulses, and bad companions.
Repeat this again. Who's the assistant of Iblis?
His assistants are the lower self,
your own self,
this world,
the world itself,
the passions,
desires, lust,
natural impulses, and bad companions.
Yeah.
Beware of them all, for all of them are your enemies. You have no loving friend apart from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for He wants you for your sake, while everyone else wants you for his own sake.
Very important. This is the very last sentence. Allah wants you, yeah?
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants you for your sake, while everyone else wants you for his own sake.
Everyone wants from you. Everyone wants you for a reason. That person who was in his deathbed, and next to him, of course, his mother, his children, his wife, his friend, they were crying, weeping. So he turned to the mother and he said, "Mother, why are you crying?" She said, "I'm going to be Thakla, the one who lost her son. And you, my wife," she said, "I'm going to be a widow. Children, we are going to be orphan. You, friends, we are going to lose a friend." So he said, everyone cry for himself, but no one cry for myself. Yeah? And you know, everyone knows that يوم القيامة, in the judgment day, يود المجرم لو يفتدي من عذاب يومئذ ببنيه وصاحبته وأخيه. He would love to to sacrifice, if it's possible, everything belongs to him, including his children and wife, and all the people on earth, but for him to be saved. Allah justice, say no, nothing to do with you, these people. كل نفس بما كسبت رهينة. Everyone will be in charge of what he did in this life. But the worst enemy, you know what's the worst of all? This is what Sayyid al-Sheikh said. Iblis, the Iblis tools and helpers are your own soul, if it's out of control, نفس الأمارة بالسوء, life, if you totally engage with it, desire, if you follow it just blindly, your nature, it's not nature of, the nature of, see there is nature cannot be changed, like you walk to, using your legs, your feet, eating by your hand, doing this, that's the nature, they are natures, but they are your personality, let's say, which people knows you through it. For example, say, who's the richest? So and so. Who's the generous? So and so. Who's the stingy? So and so. Who's a good? Everyone knows about you. Then if it's changed, they say, hey, looks like you're not the one I know. Right? So, if it is following the bad direction, and the friends. So, الصاحب ساحب. صاحب ساحب. Because of one person, group of people lost. Because of one person, group of people win. If he is good. Musaylam al-Kadhab, people followed him after Iman. On the other hand, Sayyidina Rasulullah, when he came, everyone believed on him. So one person can change your life. That's why Sahaba radiallahu anhum, the best companions in everything, in anything you can imagine, they are the companions of Sayyidina Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. What said that Sayyidina Ali, karramallahu wajhahu radiallahu anhu alayhi salam, once was asked, because at his time there are lots of trials and fitna. So a group of his companions, they said, Ya Imam, why your time lots of fitna, trials, why is the time of Abu Bakr and Umar not like that? He said, yeah, you know why? Because they used to have a good advisors and companions like us. And now, I have a companion advisor like you. So how? الصاحب صحبة. What Sayyidina Musa was hoping from Sayyidina Khidr, knowledge, but what he said to him, قال هل أتبعك على أن تعلمني مما علمت رشدا. First, I want to accompany you in order for me to learn. It's not only to learn, to practice. If you just learn without practice, you are a loser. In fact, this is musibah. If you ignorant, is a musibah. But if you know and never practice, is a disaster. Worse than anything. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. Allah wants you for yourself. Others wants you for him, for them. And you see, lots of friends. Who's among them the sincere one? Who's the sincere? You will know him in your problems, when you have in your bad time. In a good time, everyone your friends. Everyone, like morning, salat pagi, lost everything. Masjid, you blocked already. No business. Right? Even an iman, subhanAllah, if you are a position of wealthy or you go masjid, these people will follow you. The minute you lost this, where is so? Gone. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. Hey. Hey.
When you lose your own self in your state of seclusion and seek it together with the seekers, that does your seclusion become an intimate friendship with the Lord of truth, Almighty and glorious is He. When you leave your lower self with this world, your heart with the hereafter, and your innermost being with the Master, then does your seclusion become an intimate friendship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As for the situation where your own self is present and other selves are also present, here you have no seclusion. Seclusion with Him is possible only in isolation from all others. You can only find Him after hating all others.
No. Seclusion is min khalwa. Khalwa is not to be away from people, and you practice something different without anyone watching you, and just ask for zikr and wirid. It's not something like that. It's how Sayyid al-Sheikh described it just now. Your seclusion, when you are alone with Allah, that time is the most precious time, the most delicious time. Why we call this time when you spend it at night with Allah? Tahajjud. And he mainly wants to spend that time alone. Subhanallah, no one watching, no one listening, no disturbance, nothing diverting from this. Right? And this one, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described them in a very beautiful way. أَمَّنْ هُوَ قَائِمٌ آنَاءَ اللَّيْلِ يَحْذَرُ الْآخِرَةَ. The one who's day and night, with qiyam, he's doing the ibadah, he's worried about the next. What will happen next? Which is the hereafter. So this is the khalwat, seclusion. For them is, they are alone. For us they are alone. But in fact they are with Allah. Ilhamat. One Ahad Salihin was giving these blessings of knowing what the people are going to say, or knowing what they're thinking of. And before they ask, you go and tell them, Akhi, don't go to this direction. I'm coming. See, this is a miracle, but we have now MRI, CT scan, ultrasound, knowing what is inside. Looking like this, you cannot. But they have this, what they call 64 slices, and I don't know, Dr. was. This is human being to know inside you. Allah gives something, not to know only but to tell you what is in your heart. This is what we call them Arbab al-Qulub. Those whom before anything happened, they will tell you, brother, istikhara. Salatul istikhara, they say, I pray istikhara for you. They say, don't do it. One of our brothers, wallahi, ya akhi, he was buying some big vehicle, trolley, and he asked one of those ignorant people, said, should I buy or not? He said, I pray istikhara. Next day, subhanAllah, mashallah, istikhara is said, buy it, good for you. He bought it, bankrupted. And if you ask him, he said, Allah testing you. Yeah. There's answer. The answer. So he involved himself in, Ya akhi, this one is a gift. And Allah knows to whom He gives this gift. Not to anyone. Huh? Someone you never pray 5 times, never go Hajj, never fast Ramadan, never do this, I know some funny things. But he said, yeah. He has a secret. I say, how come he has a secret? I said, Allah give his secret, huh, to the people who never pray 5 times. To the people who doesn't know where is the Qibla. How come? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala advised, command Sayyidina Rasul, وَعْبُدْ رَبَّكَ حَتَّى يَأْتِيَكَ الْيَقِينَ فَإِذَا فَرَغْتَ فَانْصَبْ وَإِلَى رَبِّكَ. How come Allah give this to this useless? And if Allah wants to give something to someone, He must have something in His mind. That one He doesn't know the meaning of prayers. Maybe it could be, but is not for us to follow Him, especially in Sharia. No, impossible. Not a single alim said that. Sayyidina al-Khidr, someone said, but Sayyidina Musa and Sayyidina al-Khidr have left. Ya akhi, Sayyidina al-Khidr, Allah وَآتَيْنَاهُ مِنْ لَدُنَّا عِلْمًا. We gave him ilm and nobody knows about him. Only Sayyidina Musa. You can imagine. واحد العلماء was somewhere مقام. They built one maqam in the morning. What is this maqam all about? They say maqam Sayyidina Fatima. Huh? In Iraq. So they asked one mufti, great alim. Smart people coming to ziyarah the maqam. So asked him to come. Hey, what is this? He said, I saw in my dream, Sayyidina Fatima came to me and asked. He said, no one will believe you in reality. So how to believe in your dream? I don't believe what you in reality. So to believe you want me to believe in your dream. And how are you doing? And this quality that many people doesn't know the meaning of khalwa. And khalwa is something to pull you to, and not with your how you want. Sheikh, should I go for khalwa you think of? Like someone asked doctor, should I go for operation? You are not the one who decides, the doctor will decide. You need or not. صح ولا لا؟ يعني when you ask these people, أصحاب الخلوات, they spend years. You just go masjids and come back. Imam Ghazali is خلوات in a minaret, that's all. علم. But when you ask them, don't you feel lonely? Say, I feel lonely if I'm with you. But when I'm alone, I'm never lonely because I'm with my Creator. Yeah? It's ajib. Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to fast Siyam al-Wisal. He have special. 3-4 days continue. No water. Fasting. Only for him. Special. And he very strong, subhanAllah. Yani, when we fast, Ramadan, before Maghrib, we are sitting. Haji, can you prepare this for Allah for morning? Already tried. I cannot, no energy at all. Let me eat after iftar, inshallah, we'll see what I do. Sayyidina Mustafa asked for 3-4 days. Subhanallah, like nothing. So Sahaba, they asked him, Ya Rasulullah, because they saw him, so they said, Ya Rasulullah, anasilu kama tasil? Should we also continue to do fasting as you do? Say, no. Ana lastu kahayatikum, I'm not like you. Ana abitu inda rabbi yut'imuni wa yasqini. I spend the time with Allah. He feed me and give me drink. One of the dua said the Sheikh Al-Jailani, Allahumma at'imna min ta'ami qurbik wasqina min sharabi unsik. Ya Allah, let us eat from the food of your nearness, and let us quench our thirst with your intimate friendship. That is Sayyidina Shaykh Al-Jailani. Be across it. اللهم اطعمنا من طعام قربك واسقنا من شراب أنسك. Al-uns, hair. He said, if you find your time with Allah the most beautiful time, of course you need zikr, because you know you have to talk with Him. And not, I mean, I just ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, tahajjud, at the end of the day, what we are asking for something. So, this one, they want nearness. Yeah, if you got the nearness to Allah, where else you going to ask? Someone wants to visit a king because he wants to ask for small thing. When he met the king gave him, and he gave him that, he gave him position, he gave him that. So then the king said, by the way, you asked for to me. What you asked? What's the reason? You know, I have no. Yeah, you're going to ask for this after what he gave you? Huh? So when you're with him subhanahu wa ta'ala, he gave you what? Nearness to him subhanahu wa ta'ala. Oh. If you don't have the real tawakkul ala Allah, and you know, what is the situation of ours? We never enjoy the prayers. Even 5-time prayer has its enjoyment. Enjoyment. On time. Why? Sayyidina Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, أَيُّ الْأَعْمَالِ أَحَبُّ إِلَى اللَّهِ قَالَ الصَّلَاةُ عَلَى وَقْتِهَا. Which is the most beloved deed to perform? He said, which Allah loves. أَحَبُّ الْأَعْمَالِ Allah loves. الصَّلَاةُ عَلَى وَقْتِهَا. When you pray, it says prayer on time. When you pray on time, Allah loves doing this. So He loves you. He loves you, you will get facilities already. Tamam? If not, if you are walking and a bird all of a sudden, or a cat run, Allahu Akbar, your heart, a cat just, and when your hand itchy, Alhamdulillah, I'm getting money today. Yeah, right hand. The other one, left, La ilaha illallah. This culture is everywhere. But the culture here, is it right or left to give? To take, I mean, to get. Huh? Right, to take. And left to give. Well, the sunnah is, رَجُلْ يُنْفِقْ بِيَمِينِهِ. Al-infaq, when you give with your right hand. So they take also in the right, suppose, but the left hand, I mean, sorry. Yeah, that happened with me. Once, wallah, in the morning, subhanallah, my right hand really itchy. MashaAllah, big things coming. It was just, then the left one also, coming, going. And if a coffee dropped in cultures also, coffee or tea when dropped on your clothes, it's good sign. Yeah. And some of people, they put, cultures that seminize, the blue, or some of the shoes also they put, slipper or shoes. They think this will protect them from, Allah said, وَمِن شَرِّ حَاسِدٍ إِذَا حَسَدٍ. And these people, they put the shoes. Oh. But I found one nice quote, one car. Looks like this car is beloved to them. It's a taxi. He said, Ya Allah, give them whatever they wish for us. If Hassan, if good, give them whatever they wish for us. Well, good. So, if like this, a small thing. But when you, with him, Sayyidina Musa, what? This is important. This is the Quran explained. The army of Fir'aun behind, and the sea in front. Hopeless people with him. قالوا إنا لمدركون. This is what you promised us, Ya Musa. We are going to cross either the swords or the sea. Gone. What he said, قال كلا إن معي ربي. No, with me. That is the secret here. With me, my Lord. إن معي ربي سيهدين. He will guide me. What to do now? With something never imagined. To Sayyidina Musa, when Allah asked him of the stick, the beginning of the story, what is this? I use it for walking, control my sheep. Other things. Other things, he said. So once that stick became a python, once became a snake, Thu'ban, Hayya, and once the stick itself was eating the robes of the magician. And each time Allah said, is this one of the things, Ya Musa? Always something you never imagine. Allah's help come from direction you never thought, from someone who you never even imagined, and the power of it is amazing. And he saw him what? Strike with your stick the sea. And you just imagine the sea, huh? And that stick. Stick, if someone fell on the road, you threw it. So he strike, as Allah ordered him. Allah, the sea, open. Alright. And he found like Duke in the highway. The sea was he across with his people. When Pharaoh came, no, this is not made for you. Gone. Pharaoh gone. Support, because he knows the meaning of being with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, al-ma'iyyah, al-ilahiyyah. One of the boys once asked me, one boy, very young boy, so the father said, he has a question for you. Hey, what's your question? He said, where is Sayyidina Musa's stick now? I said, well, they would say the magic stick, like. I said, it's not stick, it could be any stick. Any stick. It's two. The hand who carried the stick, that's Musa alayhi salam, and the instruction came from Allah, the Lord of Musa. That made the stick, but the stick by itself, nothing. Now, if you find the stick of Musa now, it won't work for you. It won't work for Allah, for saying it, because he doesn't know. This will not come with manual restriction. Sayyidina Musa, he doesn't know at all. Allah gave him that to show him and show his people. Anyway, he said, Inna ma'i Rabbi. So the support came through stick. Sayyidina Rasulullah also, alayhi salatu salam, in cave, in Hijrah, what he said in this situation, قال لا تحزن إن الله معنا. Don't be sad, Ya Bakr, as for Allah is with both of us. Different. Sayyidina Musa said, Inna ma'i Rabbi, with me, not with you all, he said to his people, my Lord, Rabbi. Ar-Rabb, the one who gives you what you need. Sahih? So he needs the Lord. And the people, they need a Lord. Sayyidina Rasulullah said, Inna Allah al-Ma'bud Allah, the one who la ilaha, يعني تحققت كمال لا إله إلا الله للشهادة in Sayyidina Rasulullah and Sayyidina Bakr at that time. For him, for both of them. Allah, not Rabbuna, Allah with us. هذا عجيب. Because Sayyidina Abu Bakr very obedient to Sayyidina Rasulullah, very obedient to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's how Sayyidina Shaykh Abdul Qadir was too. So, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with you, who can be against you? And if Allah against you, who is going to benefit you? The meaning also we need to know here that simple things, it has great meaning in fact, and great things, it has no meanings. I give you an example. Who is more expensive? Water or gold? Gold. But who is more important? Water or gold? Subhanallah. 1 liter of water, how much? You buy it? Huh? 1 liter. A small bottle, this one. No, not milliliter, it's about 250 grams. Huh? 250. What? Huh? Yeah. Yeah, this one, huh? Free of, so I mean, you're paying for it there. So, but if you're thirsty and you go, you're about to die, huh? And they said, pay us all what you have for this bottle of water. You find no way to escape this. You will give up everything for this bottle. It's more expensive and more important when time is. So the God is a beauty of the dunya, but water is the spirit of the dunya. You cannot imagine body, a live body without spirit. That's why Allah said, وَجَعَلْنَا مِنَ الْمَاءِ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ حَيٍّ. We have made from water every living thing. But how Allah wants us to understand our situation. More than 80% of the world water, but we cannot use it. Because we'll be min al-mushrifeen. For us to understand also how important the water in your life. Sayyidina Rasulullah said, you have to use water wisely, even in a canned water. Yeah, you don't take a bucket of water, wallahi, for wudu, and then throw it just like that. Very subhanallah. A lady gave kalb is mean dog, water. And that dog, living soul, was too thirsty. Where Allah admitted her? Jannah. Kalb. She quenched the thirst of kalb. Now, see what Salihin said. How about if you quench the thirst of qalb? Allah. Quench the thirst of heart. If kalb Jannah, heart, someone who's in need to be close to Allah, if you change his life, quench his thirst, huh? اللهم اطعمنا من طعام قربك واسقنا. It does a drink milk from your intimate friendship. That's how the Salihin understand these meanings. May Allah grant us to be among the Salihin, inshallah. Hey. Okay? Two more.
When will you be pure enough to recognize purity and its people?
This word itself is big. When you will be pure enough to, read.
When will you be pure enough to recognize purity and its people?
To recognize purity of its people. There are pure people and there are impure people, correct? How are you going to recognize it? When I said, I want you, what do you mean by you want me? What do you want on me? Huh? What is it? Position? Money? House? Something I have? What? So everyone, as we said at the beginning of the lecture, everyone crying for something you have. But no one cries for you, only yourself. You have to be pure enough to understand the purity. Yeah? If you're not pure, everyone can fool you. What else he said? Listen.
When will you be honest enough to recognize honesty and its people?
What else? This is right. Yeah.
When will you be sincere enough to recognize the door of the Lord of truth, almighty and glorious is He and its people?
No.
When you rectify your spiritual condition, you will recognize the men of the Lord of truth, almighty and glorious is He.
No.
When
if you are purified, you are obedient, you are a believer, then Allah will change your situation and make you pure. تزكية. قد أفلح من وقد خاب من دساها. Pure. The biggest winner, the one who purifies his soul and you doesn't know the meaning of things. Because sometimes you ask wrong people. A person wants his son to understand these meanings. So he gave him a watch. And he said, this watch, I want you to sell it. But let me give you an advice on how to sell the watch. Okay. So there's a shop, nearby, that watch shop. Go and ask him how much you pay for this. He went, how much? He said, $100 maximum. I want you more. It's all. Say, okay, now go to shop in different area, different place. You went there, he said, I offer you 1,000. Huh? 100 to 1,000? Now go to that place and see. Call this number overseas. You call, you give him first. See, if what you said is correct, this watch was 50,000. Wow. Then he said, now ask this auction house specialist only to value it or something. They ask, say, no, this one cannot. This one have to be for auction because this watch is masterpiece and it's about, I don't know how many years. One of the, So who will value the thing? Specialist. There are people who advise you to value the things, but they won't allow you to, they value the thing for you. They will make you expert also. I don't want to ask someone and pay him, because when you ask someone, you have to pay him, correct? You be expert. What that mean here? Your soul. Who needs a purity? My stomach, my eyes, my head, my heart. The eyes of the heart, what we call it? This one, the eyes of the head, we call basar. Basar. The eyes of the heart, we call it basira. Basira. And you know why basira, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, "Bali al-insan ala nafsihi." No one knows yourself more than yourself. I won't describe you. I might say about you something which is not available, but you're happy. So, mashallah, you are the best. So I won't say, no, no, I'm not. In fact, I am. No, but you say, let it say, maybe I'm a believer. Yeah. But if you know yourself better than anyone else. When you know yourself, فَأَلْهَمَهَا فُجُورَهَا وَتَقْوَاهَا. When you're self-purified, it will take always the right direction, the right decision, right way, right in everything. We need the whole thing what says the Sheikh from the beginning, say be obedient to Allah, be close to Allah, be with Him, spend quality time with Him. Let the moment of your worship be the best moments of your life. If you leave this world, in Akhirah, before exam, everyone will say this one will come in the exam. I have read all the books, but before we go to exam room, someone said this one is already leaked. So this question is going. So we want to. Really, I want to, But the one who studied, and he said, I don't want to hear. No need. Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. I'm ready. It's been 1 year. But the one who is not, he will try. He try his luck. Most of the time, unlucky. Even if he pass the exam, when he practice, the life is zero. So, that moment you spend with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it might be difficult at the beginning, but will be so beautiful at the end. And then, for all of these, you need the purity. The purity of heart, the purity of thinking, the purity of everything. And that comes only if you are among sincere Allah's servants subhanahu wa ta'ala. We ask Allah to grant us to be among His sincere servants. May He protect us from the evil of our soul, our thinking, the evil of, as the Sheikh said, the desire, the bad companions, the love for this life which is not belongs to us. And may Allah allow us to understand the lessons of the life. So we attach ourselves to the things which is going to be with us and detach ourselves from things which is going to go. May Allah keep us always stationed at the entrance of His door only, and not to look to any other doors other than Him. And may He assign the people who will guide us always, be with us always, advise us always, love us always, families, friends, companions, neighbors, Sheikh, everyone. And make this journey easy for us. And may He protect us from the evil of seen and the evil of unseen. And Ya Allah, if we are weak, You are strong. If you are ignorant, You are Al-Alim, the wise. Help us through Your ilm, Your wisdom, through Your knowledge, to be a good people, good human, good believers, show us the straight path, give us the patience and the truthfulness of this world, and let us be among المخلصين الصادقين. آمين يا رب العالمين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وادخلنا بفضلك الجنة دار القرار يا عزيز يا غفار ويا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم اغفر لنا وارحمنا وارض عنا وعن جميع المسلمين والمسلمات المؤمنين والناس الأحياء منهم والأموات إنك سميع قريب مجيب الدعوات غافر الذنوب والخطيئات يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم شافي مرضانا وعافي مبتلانا وسلم أحياءنا وارحم أمواتنا تجاوز عن سيئاتنا واجعلنا من عبادك المهتدين لا ضالين ولا مضلين. افتح علينا فتوح العارفين. اللهم اهدنا بهداك ولا تولينا وليا سواك واجعلنا ممن يسارع في رضاك ولا تجعلنا ممن خالف أمرك وعصاك. وافتح علينا فتوحك لأنبيائك وأوليائك ورسلك وعبادك الصالحين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. وصل اللهم وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين. تقبل الله منا منكم. جزاكم الله خير. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله